Before spoilers, did you like it? Um, I I kind of liked it and I kind of hated it. I think that this movie was. I think I've said this about another movie before, but I think that this movie. Okay, so this. I don't know when I'm gonna start spoiling, but like, I think that this movie was really, really close to being really, 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 really good. Where do we start? Okay, so like here. Okay, so here's like a spoiler thing. Okay, here's a spoiler thing. Don't spoil it right now. Wait. Okay, here's like a mini spoiler. I won't be ultra spoiler, but here's like a mini spoiler. Okay, everything relating to his girlfriend shouldn't have been in the movie. I don't think all of that should have been not in the movie. Huge waste of time. Such a waste of time. I'm assuming you saw one of the twists coming. And it's not even about it like being a good or bad twist or whatever. It was just a waste of time. I didn't see like the purpose in it.
Have you seen Taxi Driver and did you like it?
Nope.
I've heard this movie is basically Taxi Driver.
I think I read that too, but I haven't seen Taxi Driver, so I can't say. One thing that I kind of liked about the movie that it seemed like they were going for is it seemed, and I feel like they could have like hammed this up more, was the idea that like everybody is kind of like the Joker, and that was the point. But I feel like they could have honed in on that like way, way, way more, and it would have sent like a more powerful message to the movie. I think, especially when he's talking to the one lady about his depression and everything. I thought that the movie was gonna play way more into that idea that like the Joker kind of like represents everybody, or at least like kind of like the modern day like depressed person or whatever. But yeah, I thought the performance by the main actor was really, really good. I think that that's like a standout fucking holy shit. Like the movie itself, like the whole movie, I don't know, I'd maybe give like a 7 out of 10. I thought the movie was pretty good. There were just a couple issues, maybe an 8 out of 10. But the main actor was so good. Oh my god, he was so good. I know his name, I just don't know how to pronounce it. Joaquin? Joker? I don't know how to pronounce his name. But his performance was outstanding. Holy shit. Joaquin? Oh, Joaquin? Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea how to pronounce his name. I've only seen it. The timeline is a little bit weird, though. Because, like, I don't know how old this Joker is supposed to look. If he's supposed to look like he's in his 40s. But if Batman is still a kid, wouldn't that mean that by the time that Batman grows up, he's, like, fucking 80 years old? It's an Elseworld story unrelated to the main continuity. Oh, okay. The reason it's not a 10 out of 10 for me was simply because Joaquin was a little too old. Maybe. I mean, like, I think as a standalone movie, I think the movie works, like, pretty well. I just wish they would have honed in more on the idea of, like, the Joker guy, like, could have been anybody. So, like, for instance, like, here's, like, I don't know, like, how dramatically it would have to be reworked for all of this to work. But, like, for instance, like, figuring out that, okay, so here's, like, this is a pretty big spoiler for the movie. Well, maybe not. For a long time, the Joker guy thinks that he has somebody else as his real father, and it later turns out that that's not necessarily true. That could have been like reincorporated into the movie in better ways. I don't know, to make it feel like, you know, like all of us think we're special, or all of us think we're, you know, these cool people. All of us think that we're supposed to bring happiness and smiles to the world, but in reality, you know, sometimes you're just a normal, boring, ordinary shitter and your life sucks. Like, I feel like they could have like worked in, because there were times where like it feels like there were times where they made references to like the Joker being like that kind of a person is supposed to represent all of us, but then it feels like there's a lot of times where they don't. I don't know. That's the only thing I wish they would have like hammed up more. But yeah, I don't know. The message doesn't hit as hard if it's given to you so easily. First of all, I don't know if that's necessarily true. But secondly, I think that I don't think that primary message is like so subtle throughout the film. I don't know. I think they could have played on it more. He's far more messed up than the average depressed person. I mean, you say that, but there are so many references in the movie that's supposed to make him, it feels like he's supposed to sound like an everyman. So for instance, like, so more spoilers, like 3 people are killed throughout the movie and it's supposed to be a really big deal to everybody. But then like he references, okay, well, if I was killed, nobody would care about me. You guys would like walk over my body, right? I mean, this kind of represents like the average person, right? Like white collar crimes and everything aren't taken as seriously. Normal people get fucked by the system a lot. It seems like in general, it's got like this I don't know if I'd say anti-capitalism, this like populist rift to it, where like everybody's like protesting the streets and they're mad because they feel like rich people have fucked over everybody else, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, like, I think that theme like definitely like is in the film. Do you think any of the last part of the movie was in his head as well? Oh yeah, they even called like the Wayne family like fascists and stuff, yeah. All it takes is oh wait, do you think any part of the last part of the movie was in his head? It's possible the entire movie was in his head, right? I think that that's the type of movie it is. You can't really know. I couldn't tell. Maybe this is just my white person racism. Was the black lady at the very end in the more spoilers? Was the black lady at the very end in the mental hospital? Was that the same lady as who his social worker was, or can I just not see faces? No, okay. No, but I thought the same thing. Okay. I thought the same thing, to be honest. I don't think the average person is someone who literally has no friends, has severe trauma, grew up without a father, is piss poor, can't hold down a job, and is disabled. Well, that's not supposed to be like... Wait, what? Is that what you think? In order to relate to the main character's struggles, you have to have, like, every single quality that this person has to have? Like, I think like a general overview, like in the broadest, most general sense of the word, the main character is somebody that feels like they don't fit in, right? That's something that a lot of people can relate to. The Joker is a character that feels like he can't fit in, and then he's like pushed to his breaking point, and then takes it out on society, right? That's like, you don't have to match like every single characteristic. No, you just said that anyone could be the Joker, but he's literally the trash of society. I don't know what you mean by trash of society, but the point of the Joker was that he did what he did not just because of society, but because he was a psychopath. He is supposed to be a villain. You can't make him like some ordinary man. I totally disagree with that. Am I wrong? I feel like my strongest argument, big spoiler coming up, I feel like my strongest argument against that would be in that one scene where there's like the midget dude and then the big guy that gave him the gun, when he killed the big guy, but he let the midget dude like walk away. Like, I don't think the Joker is supposed to be like a psychopath. Like, everybody he kills, I think, is like pretty purposeful. What does he kill? Like 5 people, I think. He kills 3 people on the subway that were fucking with him first. He shoots the one host, and the reason why he kills the host is because the host is like making fun of him. Like, oh, well, you just brought me here to make fun of me and laugh at me, right? And then he kills the one dude by stabbing him in the eye. I don't know if there are more than that. The huge dude or whatever. He says in general, not in the specific movie. He's objecting to the movie. Oh. The point of the Joker is that everybody is one bad day away from becoming him. Batman is like the Joker, but takes the good route from his tragedy. Oh, yeah. I think the Joker says that. Fuck, who does the Joker say that to? I had a really bad day. I think he says that to his imaginary girlfriend when he's in her apartment. I still don't know what the point of that. God, I think that should have been, all of that should have been left out of the movie. I think that was a really bad decision. The whole imaginary girlfriend thing was just I don't know. I don't think there's any point in that. Oh, God, it felt so out of place in the movie. It felt so dumb. At what point did you know she was fake? It's hard for me to say because I read all the spoilers before I actually watched the movie, because there were script leaks a long time ago. So I mean, I always knew. In terms of like when I would have figured it out in the movie, I'm not sure. I don't know if I would have ever organically figured it out, because she doesn't really do much in the movie. Like, she's always like in the background, like never. She's not even important. I don't know. It's like so weird. I don't know why she was in the movie at all. It was so strange. I didn't understand that at all. He never talked with her outside the elevator, and he goes into her apartment and kisses him. Yeah, I mean, like, all of that was like pretty, but that could just be a movie trope where like the crazy depressed guy like somehow always gets like an attractive girlfriend or whatever. Like, I don't know. Feels like they invested in her whole arc just to demonstrate that he had delusions. Yeah, but I mean, it was clear that he was delusional otherwise. Like, I don't know. The girl was there to point out the Joker wasn't only mad at society, but that he was mentally fucked. Okay, I mean, there are other ways to demonstrate that. I think he came across as pretty mentally fucked. I don't know if this is supposed to be open-ended or if I just didn't understand it, but here, big spoiler. Is there supposed to be a chance that the Joker actually, in this movie, that the Joker actually was the son of Thomas Wayne? Or, because like it seemed like there could have been like a way more insidious like subplot. The idea that like Thomas Wayne like framed the mom almost and made her feel crazy by gaslighting her, saying there's no way that son is mine, blah 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 blah, and she goes to a mental, like all of that shit or something. That like, but he would have had to like fake the adoption photo paperwork and all of that, or some crazy stuff. I don't know if you were supposed to read into some crazy sub shit like that, or if just the photo is supposed to be like a fake from the grandma or from the mom. It's just a fake from the mom and she like wrote that herself or something. I'm not sure. Because like, because the adoption stuff theoretically could have been fake, because there was the part where the mom said, "Oh, you know, Wayne made me sign a whole bunch of stuff," like, to fake shit maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure how much you're supposed to read into that. The girlfriend was a Joker trying to conform to society's expectations. Society programs everyone to believe the path to evidence, job partner, child, etc. Becoming the Joker is about breaking free of subtle exclusion. Okay. Did your theater have a mental health PSA before the movie played? Oh, I don't know. We like just got in just as it started. I don't usually like I wait like 10 minutes to go in. I don't like. Did you get shot while at the movie? I don't think so. Sounds like we've identified that the universe itself, or what we perceive to be the universe, is not fundamental.